I'm doing all the work myself, I have no one to film me. It's not like I don't have friends. It's just I don't want, the kind of friends that are around here. And plus, the ones are busy. You gotta think to yourself, as an adult, why would a bunch, you know what I'm trying to say. Why would I hand my phone to a guy that does crystal meth? It's just my neighborhood's rough, okay? There's always like things like going down, and it doesn't make logical sense to let everyone know what I'm up to, and they don't know the value of everything I have. They just think it's old shit. So it's best to just keep it that way. Uh, People think this is a business, and it's not. If it was a business, I wouldn't be spending my own money. These are not other people's projects. They're all my projects. I've been at it for a while, but I do have one of them fixed, and that's the one I'm in now, the 1983. They're all different stages, man. It's not like you know people. The algorithm here is pretty screwed up. The problem is with that is they send it to everyone. The robotic algorithm is just so last century, and they send it to everyone. And the problem is when they send it to everyone. Um, let's put it in perspective. They'll send it to like a car collector or a person that is wealthy. So will that person ever understand what it's like to start from the bottom? Maybe they came from a wealthy family and were raised into wealth, like a Baron Trump or something. Like a young kid that was born into wealth. And so they never understand what it's like to you know live on a $800 a month because the economy's so screwed up, and those kind of people aren't affected by by the economy. To them, it's nothing. Some people $100 is like a tissue that they sneeze into, like the elite and the extremely wealthy. Um, but for regular folks like you and maybe you and me, it does add up. Gas has like ugh, gone up like 100%. Pork's gone up. Ground beef has gone up like 10%. It's just, when you don't have much money, things are harder and it takes longer to get done. But if you always keep on trying to do it, it follows through. It it gets done. It just takes time, and sometimes you gotta have the patience of like a Tibetan monk to get through things at times, because you know as a YouTuber, I likes do help. Some people may think that no, 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 it's just something simple, but you realize that some of these videos here, I get, let me see, 1,000 views, and then I only get 11 likes. I'm like, well, eh. And I sit there and I scratch my head and I think to myself, you can have a girl twerking her booty that is someone's daughter that's like 18 years old, barely out of high school, and that will have thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of likes. The the problem with society is it's turned into a level of degeneracy. No one likes the old fashioned males anymore that build with their hands, or or they think that we're all made of money. I'm never gonna be those kind of people that are sissified. You know, the world's turned into a bunch of degenerate snowflakes, and I don't fit in that category. So I get screwed every single time. Every single time I do one of these live streams, it never gets over. Let me see. I think the only one that did good was the one on my Model T. And you know, I wish things would run, but you got to put in perspective that I only make. Let's put it this way: I make only $10,000 a year. Yeah, I make less than. Let me see. I make less than $1,000 a month. So it's not like I have a lot of money to do the projects that I do now. So I build with my hands, and I make a lot of sacrifices for the YouTube channel. Sometimes I started eating a lot of generic food and stuff like that, mechanically separated turkey and chicken, so I can be able to keep continuously making content, and that's what I do here. Look behind me. I'm in my car. It's just basic and humble. I don't. I'm not one of those YouTubers that you come to their channel and it's like they have all the ridiculous fancy equipment. I'm old fashioned. People just don't understand that. And some people think that it's actual business. Once again, it's not. It's just me having fun. I'm an automotive enthusiast, but I'm broke as shit. But I still try to constantly do my passions. I have a high taste, and I'm just like living in the slumps basically. You know, I'm not lying. There's where I stay. I live in an RV in a trailer, so it's not like I'm a millionaire. I made the YouTube kind of as a sense to tell people that they can do anything if they put their mind to it. It's not like it's hard. You just got to make sacrifices to do it. And hopefully, somewhere down the road, my sacrifices will be recognized by people. Us, you, you and me, we probably come from like a background of where, well, maybe we came from like the working class. The working class people, where it was that we had to kick and claw to get what we want. It wasn't like, like I always say, it wasn't handed to us on like a silver platter. We were always the kind of people that always, you know, worked our asses off for what we have. And that's why things take me so long, is because, I'm from humble beginnings. It's not like it was. I've been doing this for like 2.5 years. I have close to 1,850 videos because I refuse to cave into their system of the flashy rock star thing, or the flashy person that you know says, look at my life, it's so fucking fantastic. That uh that, oh, YouTube did this and did that. No, YouTube didn't do shit. I I fucking did it. And they don't like people like me that are straightforward, straight shooters. They want this illusion that if you join YouTube, it's gonna get blown out the fucking ass. And by that I mean, like, they think that it's gonna be like a huge number of projections Thank you for, I saw you there. Thank you. You hung around for a while. That's awesome. People like you are the heart and soul of this channel, and I thank you for coming by and stopping by. Have a wonderful holiday. Um, yeah, I'm chatting because I want to keep this going. Thank you for coming. Happy holidays. Um, so you want to see some of the cars? Cool. There is my 1983. She's a beaut. But it's just basically, it takes a while to get these things done. Reason why I'm in the car is it's quiet. No one hears you when you're in the car. And you don't hear the traffic going by. Ah! Got my leg stuck in there. Damn it. Uh, there it is. It's this one. That's my, well, you want to see what's inside. Sometimes I don't show what's inside, but I'll show you what's inside. Big 13. What the hell is wrong with my mind this morning? It's a 318. Sorry, I haven't had coffee or anything. It's just morning time. I got this loose, and this needs to be worked on down there, but I think it's because the engine's stuck and, I got to get the cylinders free. But how I do that, actually, oh God, I'm not looking forward to that. Because you know what I have to do to get the cylinder free? I have to take, well, this off, this, oh my God, this off, and these bolts look like that. The only way they're coming off is with a torch. And I got the compressor in here, but it's going to take me a while to get that together. Metal rescue on the cylinders will get rid of any of that rust and grime that's on it and get it free. And then from there, I put Marvel Mystery Oil. It creeps. Or better yet, Crawl Oil. Crawl Oil is pretty damn good. It gets 1/1,000,000th of an inch. I don't know how the hell that happens, but somehow it does. Oh yeah, racing. That's my air filter. It's a racing air filter. Why not give that Mopar a little get up? Now, some people want to figure out why things are taking me so long to get done. Just think about it this way. I'm not a millionaire. I'm just like you. And maybe you're a car enthusiast and you want to get things done. But the thing I recommend is just never give up on doing that. And some people just give up, They let the things get in the way. They have excuses. They let poverty or lack of money get in the way. They say they don't have the money. But if you do the math, put it this way, even if you don't have much money, $50 for 10 months equals $500. You could still get a car that maybe from the 50s. Sometimes I catch cars from the 50s for $500. And how I do it is Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist. So whether there's a whip, there's a way. Things can always be done if you try hard enough. The paint dried. I have fingerprints. I have to redo it. But I don't want to open this right now because I have to have the structural supports. And I have to, I have to get a welder, really, You see, that's messed up. This car was a parts car. And I'm bringing a parts car back from the dead. And see, I converted this one over to a modern, but I have to get the air compressor. I might have another one coming in. But this was on there. It's not even the correct one. I think this is to a Ford. It's just like, what the hell, man? Oh yeah, I also did this last night. I don't have any tools, so you know how I did it? I hand chiseled it for 2 damn hours. 2 freaking hours I sat there with a chisel, chiseling away at it. You know, I'm so glad that some of you folks out there understand that what it's like to not be a multimillionaire. You're you're just like me. Oh, you may ask yourself, why did I do this? Let me explain to you. This. Though this one right here, I'm kind of scared to cut up because it's just such a well-preserved piece of history. Now this one is roached the fuck. I don't mind tearing this one up. I might hold on to that one and then just save this one and spray it mint to keep the history alive. I'm not in this for money. Just think about it. I'm doing these kind of videos. If I was in it for the money, I would have had the fancy little get up, the stupid little rotating chair that every YouTuber has. It would be obvious that I'm in it for the money, but I'm not in for it for the money because none of these I sell. And you may ask, then why the hell are you doing it? Because I just love cars. And for one, I wanted to always have a collection because my uncle, I remember in the 90s going to his place and seeing all his beautiful cars and thinking to myself, wow, I would love to do what he's doing. So you know what I did? I did what he's doing. It takes me longer, but shit gets done. I'm only 37, so I still got so much time in life ahead of me to get things done. So I got the brakes. They need some good cleaning, but the shoes are pretty damn good. And I figured out that that's the wrong one. It needs to be a maroon color. What I need to do is actually get a welder, and I don't have a welder. But then there's the battle of rust. And sometimes it's just easier to take everything out, take all the gauges out, weld everything in, and just par 15 the shit out of it instead of pay for media blast. Because let's put it this way, once you par 15 something, it's hard to, the rust won't come back. It'll be like a coating that's so hard you can hit it with a hammer and it just doesn't screw up. And then, well, that's the primer. You have to put something over the primer. But anywho, it's just, I have to fix things. It's not always peaches and cream, but this one was, let me see, a trade. Someone came by yesterday and looked at it and told me, well, how much did they pay you to take it? People pay you to take old cars? Where the hell have they been? If people were giving me old cars, hell yeah, I'd be on it like a dog on a frickin' bone. But no one gives away frickin' antiques. Even if that's the case, a lot of people would be on it if people were giving these away for free. It's just time, money. People won't be saying that in the next several years when that vehicle here is actually in better condition. It's not. Let me say. This was a frame when I started, just a car frame, nothing more. No engine, no radiator, no electrical, no muffler, just bare strip frame. I started in June 2019. My Ford Model Ts were at the other place, I couldn't have them here, and it got me really depressed because I love my cars, you know. I love working on things, and when I couldn't work on the Ford Model T, it really got to me because, you know, it's one of my most favorite vehicles they've ever made is the Ford Model T. The Chevys from the 40s are beautiful, but these are just immaculate, you know? I love them. But not the way the guy on TLC loves them. You know, he's kissing the bumper and ugh. But anywho, I still have to build the body. But I have something here that will help. These doors here will help. And, well, I have to take the glass out of this one and put it in the fronts. These are suicide doors. So that would be interesting, don't you think? A Ford Model T with suicide doors. I wanted to put the other ones in the back, but I don't have any money to. Well, I have wood tools. It's just the kind of stuff they want me to use is like oak and I have a Pine Boy budget. So I'm not going to get vaccinated. That's the problem that YouTube doesn't like about me either, is I refuse to get vaccinated. And in order to have a decent job, you have to become vaccinated. I just ain't going to do it. You know, there's too many things behind it. Let's put it in perspective that the more the coronavirus is around and the more it mutates, the less dangerous it is because it becomes less potent. But the problem is with that is you can never really get rid of it at first. You know, I think they really don't want to get rid of it at all because governors and the government, they're milking this and using it as a fear tactic. If we didn't use it as a fear tactic, like, you know what I'm saying. If the government didn't use it as a fear tactic and actually focused, instead of focusing on control and oppression of people, we would have killed this virus quicker. All these things like cancer, there's cures for it. They just don't want it out because it's all about control, manipulation, and money. You know, money is pure evil if it comes to that point. I always tell people that money can be used for good and it can also be used for evil. And in 2020 and 21, it's been used for evil, sadly. Jesus Christ! Wind. I swear to God, man. Anywho, I gotta go. I love talking to you folks. Thank you for sticking around. Happy holidays.